right, welcome back. Episode 2, Season 3, year apart.
Right.
Fucking Jesus Christ. But this episode's been brought to you by Swisher Sweets, Wood Tip, and Modelo. They're not paying us, but hopefully by some chance if someone at Modelo sees this, let them know. I like their beer. Give me some.
They're going to pay us or sue us. I'm not really sure which one's coming first, but we'll take it, I guess.
Why not? But this episode, we're going to talk about 80's soundtracks, 80 movie soundtrack. And
we talked about 80s movies, so you already know like the stuff that we love.
Right.
And if you don't remember, I'm sure we'll tell you.
So I'm just going to come right out of the gate. In my opinion, the king of the 80s movie soundtrack, for me, is Kenny Loggins. Kenny Loggins. I mean, so you got the theme from Top Gun.
Yeah.
Danger Zone.
Yep.
He did...
Caddyshack, wasn't it?
Caddyshack, I'm All Right. Yeah. You know, I don't even know if that's the right title, but that's...
No, I'm All Right, yeah.
And then there's Footloose. But he had 2 songs in Footloose. He actually had Footloose, and then he had Heaven Helps the Man, which I like that one. That's during the montage scene when they're putting the gym together and shit or whatever, the barn. Yeah. And then he's got it. Oh, fucking Over the Top. Meet Me Halfway.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's got so many. And I'm probably sure there's ones that I'm missing.
Yeah. That dude was the 80s personified in soundtracks. Like that. His life was, hey, what's your discography? Soundtracks. Like that's where he excelled, man. He had so many good songs. You go back into movies like, obviously, one of our favorites, Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
One Foot in Front of the Other. Like, I love that fucking song, dude. Like, I think it's great. Are You Ready for the Sex Girls? Like, just all night party. Like, that whole soundtrack is phenomenal. This is a funny story. This was back when, and I know you remember this because obviously you used to live in this area, so you remember Hot 101.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I called into Hot 101 the one day and I won the Nerd soundtrack.
Really?
And I still have it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I still have the fucking thing. That's a phenomenal fucking soundtrack.
Was it on cassette?
No, it was on fucking CD.
Was it?
I wasn't that fucking old, dude. No, but I was that fucking kid that was sitting there listening to the radio, recording shit on a cassette. And used to get mad when the DJ would talk during the song. Like, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to get the song.
Always comes in at the end and ruins like the last part of it or something.
Or he talked for like that first 30 seconds of the intro. And you're like, no, don't do that. Yeah, live tomorrow, next week, we're gonna have some great stuff. Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to record this shit. You know, because we were those kids. We had to record on the fucking
we did.
with the little cassette.
Or how about when cell phones were kind of new and you could record your fucking voicemail and you had to play that right part of the song and hit it.
Yep.
So
I've had the same one. Actually, Lamont. Remember Lamont?
Yeah.
We just saw him at Dropkick.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Man, you still got that thing on your phone, the bouncer." it's like, yeah, people still remember that shit. I've had it on my phone forever.
Oh, fuck, dude. I haven't called you on a phone.
Yeah, it's
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Okay, we're talking about Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes.
So as much as I love Thriller, and as much as I love the music video, John Landis, right? That's his name.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't help it. If I hear Thriller, I think of fucking Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, because that's a great part of the movie, though. I mean, come on, dude. Listen,
Wonder Choice, bro.
Wonder Choice. You had to. But I also think, because this is obscure, though, and this is what me and Jesse do.
Okay.
And I know you'll feel the same way. Anytime you hear swing low, sweet cherry, record stops, dude. Anytime, because like it's that obscure shit that always jumps out at you. An 80s movie that I feel like never gets any love. And I know you've seen it. Big Man on Campus.
Yeah.
Bob Maluga.
Yeah.
That's a fucking great fucking movie. And I know we're on soundtracks, but still, like, that movie is great and nobody knows about it, though.
Okay.
Like, 5 people that I know about it. That's it.
Who's the motherfucker? All right, Beetlejuice. 2 of the songs by Barry Fontaine, Marion Fontaine.
Close. Harry Belafonte. The Deo, the Banana Boat song.
Yeah. And then the fucking
Shake Sonora. Yeah.
Accidentally, like tarantula. Motherfucker.
Which another on Beetlejuice just for a hot second. What do you think about the sequel coming out next year?
I'm excited. I'm pissed off. It's on hold.
Yeah, man. This whole strike is really fucking up a lot of stuff. Like Cobra Kai's last season. I don't think we're ever gonna get Stranger Things season 5. Like seriously. By the time Stranger Things season 5 comes out, those kids are gonna be 40 years old.
My wife told me that she literally seen that they weren't gonna be able to get that out until at least 27 now.
Wow.
I mean, that's obvious. It could be a rumor, you know.
Dude,
but
those kids are going to be 40 years old. Seriously. Like, we've been here. Vecna's going to be like a fucking pile of dust, and they're all going to be 40 fucking plus years old.
Yeah, pretty much.
It'd be like the Goonies, but it'll be their kids having to go through the struggle now because they'll have to tell the story like 20 years later.
Jesus Christ.
Man, Goonies had a great soundtrack, too, though. You know, I think there was some good stuff in there. Even if we're talking soundtracks, though, if we're talking like the whole soundtrack, then you got to go with some of the like the musical scores too, though.
Yeah,
like the musical score for Goonies, like the main theme. I thought.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't leave those out.
I just thinking about it the other night because I was in a Pride covered on the horror corner. Once Bitten. Like I love the main theme where Cleavon Little's walking through the house in the opening and shit. Like I love that opening theme to that movie. I just love it, dude.
That's such an. I mean, I know we're kind of going around and bouncing around again, but that is such an obscure movie that's so good.
Yeah,
that does not get enough credit.
That is Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey was a fucking goofball. Like to the extent where I couldn't really watch him anymore.
Yeah.
Like I enjoyed him in Living Color somewhat. I really enjoyed Once Bitten. I kind of like. I can even stomach him in The Grinch, but when he gets into like Dumb and Dumber and shit, like and some of the other stuff, I can't do Jim Carrey anymore.
It's like an annoying,
right?
Yeah,
exactly. So like Once Bitten probably is my favorite Jim Carrey movie, and I thought his girlfriend in that movie was hot as fuck when I was a kid. So like I always thought she was cool. So yeah.
There was a midget at the truck stop today when I got a shower.
Do you see how many rabbit hole? A midget at the truck stop.
She was working there.
Okay.
At the Pilot out on fucking
All right, on 46.
Yeah, on 46. Yeah. And if anybody knows me, and you know my wife, she'll probably watch this anyways. But I got a thing for midgets, midgets and low ceiling fans.
Oh shit, midgets! Whoa, that's a bad combo though.
No. See, if you put the midget and you have him hold on to the ceiling fan and go on high,
I feel like that's a scene in an 80's movie.
That would be fucking bachelor party. That would be fitting great.
No, there's another movie.
Yeah,
that's another one. And there's some good songs in that one too.
There is
some good songs in that, man.
Fucking.
A lot of our 80s favorites, like, I mean, and there's so many movies you could talk about, but soundtracks in the 80s. I still listen to 80s music. Like,
all the time.
My Spotify is loaded up with a whole thing of just 80s and a whole other thing full of just 90s. Mm-hmm. And then I got my Halloween playlist. I got my Christmas playlist. I got the random shit. Then I got my gym playlist, which is everything.
I've seen some of your posts, but with what you hear during your gym playlist.
Like, and I forget, I put some of that shit on there. It just pops up. I'm like, oh, man, I haven't heard this in forever. Like, I have random shit like, dude, I got everybody, like, what do you listen to when you work out? Everything. Mm-hmm. Literally everything. There's no one set thing. It's rap or it's rock or it's fucking something old. Like, I threw some jazz in there because my dad used to like it and stuff. Yeah. So like that, you know, everything. It's a mix.
Love is like an element.
It is. Just like a power driver. You want to talk about an 80s soundtrack? Yep. Let's talk about Power Driver, the album. I just recently got into collecting vinyl because I got a player.
Oh, nice.
So, like, I got, like, you know, I found there's a place out in Akron called a Retro Attic.
Okay.
It's a really cool fucking shop. And he sells, dude, I'm talking, you want to talk about a trip down memory lane. This dude's got vinyl, he's got cassette, he's got 8-track, he's got 45s, he's got a whole bunch of CDs, he's got
very nice
toys, he's got a whole horror movie section, he's got movies that are $1, he's got concert t-shirts. This dude's got everything.
Right.
And he gets new stuff in literally every week. A couple times a week. So, like, I've been buying vinyls from him. I got a couple at the flea market and stuff. Like, you know, but there's some ones I really want to get. If I can get a hold of Power Driver, the album.
Fuck yeah.
Let me tell you, man. Or the wrestling album. Like, either of those two, I'd be happy to have those in my collection.
My wife loves vinyl. It's all she really collects. But
Madison is into it now, too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I got her Green Day and I got her Nirvana.
Very nice.
So I was able to find her those two. There's other ways. Like, she wanted ICP. I looked it up. It was like $140. I was like, I want that too, but I ain't paying $140 for it.
Damn.
Yeah, Great Malenko was like $140. And that's the best album. Like, that's the best ICP album is Great Malenko, I think.
You'd have to. I'm not much of an ICP. ICP? Mm-hmm. PCI? PCO?
That's the wrestler. Yeah, ICP, you got it. Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I have to admit the Great Malenko is a good album.
I hate you, though, because this is what we do together. I said Insane Clown Posse, and I immediately went to, and I know you're going to follow me on this, House Party 3. What's that? What's that group you said? Rock's Pussy.
And it's so funny that you go to House Party because I was thinking of the original House Party for the soundtrack.
My type of height.
Yeah.
I was playing the one day. I messaged it to you, and I said, "Listen what came on." I said, "All I need is the sweeper now," and I fall.
Yeah, cool. He did too, anyway.
Exactly. That's what I would do too.
I need to try the dance one more time before I get too much older.
The kid and play dance.
Yeah, I got to try it and get it right.
Did I ever tell you the story that me and Kurt did that at a show?
Yeah.
And we were.
But share it for the people that.
So me and Kurt, if you don't know, it's my tag team partner, Club Extreme, Bouncer Kurt Fury. We were doing a show years ago in Cleveland, and we were bad guys, heels, like the show that's on, And anyway, they decided they wanted to do a dance off, and I was like, okay. And we did the kid and play dance. We got the biggest pop that night of anybody, and we were heels, by the way, and that was kind of frowned upon back in those days. to get a pop like that when you were a bad guy. But it was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the Kid and Play dance, and no one else could top that. So.
And we'll kind of address that stuff too. We'll get a little bit into wrestling later on in these episodes too. But,
absolutely.
Because I'd love to just pick your brain.
Okay.
So.
I'm down with that.
But what else? What else? Fucking just.
Okay.
Legend of Billie Jean.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah. That's a soundtrack there too. Oh man.
The fucking Pat Benatar.
Was it Warrior? Is that the one or no?
No.
You will be. Oh my God! It's in my head. You Invincible.
Invincible. Yeah.
Yep.
We will be invincible.
Yes, that's a great movie.
I love that movie
Very
and that
movie.
song.
Yeah.
But then, Christian Slater's in that movie.
Yep.
And I love Gleaming the Cube.
Mm-hmm.
I love, what's the one where he's the radio DJ?
Pump Up the Volume.
Yeah, they can pump up the volume.
Yep.
Heathers.
Yep. I just bought that not so long ago.
Nice.
Yeah, I got it for $1. Can you pass it up for $1, dude?
No. You can't get anything for $1 anymore, apparently.
Man,
Except for...
some Goodwills have went up to like $3.99, $4.99.
Yeah.
I did find the Chucky collection, 2, 3, and Bride of Chucky, which I don't have individually. So I bought the collection. It was $4. Yeah. That wasn't bad,
If by some chance I can ever get you to come down to Indiana, I'll take you to this fucking place. It's like how Replay was here. They have that, but it's fucking bigger and tons of. Nice. I've gotten so many good collections from there. I got the Chucky collection, all the movies. I got, why am I blanking? Trust me, there's a lot of shit.
Because we're talking about
that's what it is. There's a lot of shit.
Next time you're here for a longer time, we'll go out to that retro attic too.
Fuck yeah,
I think
dude.
you'll like
Let's
it.
do it.
That dude's got so much cool stuff, man.
Man.
Literally, I'll watch his Facebook and stuff, and he'll post pictures of stuff he just got. It's like, holy shit! You go there, and you think, all right, cool, I saw everything for a while, and the next day he posts like a lot of 100 different things he got. I'm like,
yeah,
I got to go back. Like he draws you in. You got to go back and back and back, dude, because he just gets more stuff all the time.
Okay, so I'm gonna bounce. Look what I just did there, bounce. But anyways, I'm gonna go from unintended. So Young Guns 2, Blaze of Glory, Bon Jovi, one of their biggest hits.
Yeah.
So I won't really speak on that too much. I think that explains itself. But let's go in the direction. It may not necessarily been made for that movie or whatnot, but when you hear like, okay, Mr. Sandman, what do you think of?
Halloween.
Absolutely.
Halloween 2. Well, sorry, Halloween 2. Yeah.
What about Don't Fear the Reaper?
Halloween, the original, 78.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's certain songs that get used in movies that may be popular for some reason, but to people like us, you hear them and you instantly.
You think it's a movie.
That's what you relate it to.
That's what me and Jesse are the same way. We hear a song, boom, it's about a movie.
Color Purple.
Man, yes, I actually have that on vinyl. I have the whole soundtrack of the Color Purple on vinyl. Two LPs, double sided.
Yeah.
I was having a good old time. I listened to that shit like 3 in the morning. I was jamming, dude. You see these blues? Oh yeah. Because that's my jam. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay. So I know we're kind of on 80s, but you can even skip into the early 90s to mid 90s that have some great fucking. I mean, Friday is full of great songs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I would be remiss. Did I use that word right? I'd be remiss if I did not mention. We talked about House Party, but the opening to House Party, Luther Vandross.
Yep.
Bad Boy, having a good time. Yeah. Fucking. I love
I'm just thinking of I can see it.
Oh yeah.
You hear it in my head, dude. Harry, what are you doing? I'm calling the police.
What's that? Public animal? Public animal?
Hey, girl. Hey. Come back to bed, Harry. Harry! But you know what's funny about them? They play husband and wife again in Boomerang.
Yeah. Well, but then in fucking House Party 3, or not House Party 3, sorry, Friday 3, she was Miss Purdy, and he was, Mr. Jones.
It's funny how you could tell they had that connection. Like Martin and, not Gina, but
Tisha Campbell.
Yeah.
Pam. Well, yeah, Pam.
They would always do stuff together, too, in movies and like shows and shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, she that old wolf pussy.
Shut up, bitch. I know someone that like it.
Oh, shit. I just remember her getting the weed and the dog better in the ass, remember? Wow! Dude, House Party, that is now, listen, when we say House Party is a great series of movies, we stop at 3. We stop at 3.
Yeah.
4 is garbage. The one they made after that, garbage. The new one,
I didn't even give it a chance.
Fuck a LeBron James's house, whatever. Garbage.
Yeah.
When we talk House Party, we say 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. That's where it stops.
Absolutely.
And you'll never beat the first because, I mean, Robin Harris, when he passed, that kind of sucked because he would have been in all 3 of those.
Oh, yeah.
which is sad that he passed away.
Which you kind of got that same thing with Friday. They can't. I mean, I guess they can do another Friday movie, but fucking Zeus is dead, and then fucking John Witherspoon.
That'd be real tough without Pops. Real tough, because he was. I mean,
as much as Cube and everybody else, man, it was Pops that fucking. He made it.
And I think when they were trying really hard to get a new one out, they were trying to get. I think Ice Cube is going to be the dad now, with his son.
I can see that,
and I think that's what they were trying to do. And I think that they wanted Pops to be in it, obviously.
Right.
And I think they wanted, Tiny Lister to come back too. And I think the biggest thing was they were trying to get Chris Tucker to do it, but he's not interested in that kind of shit anymore.
Yeah, man. He's found God and all that shit, which is good for him, Yeah,
absolutely.
But
but he was essential. I mean, he was a big character the first one. Obviously, he went away in 2 and 3, but still.
I would have liked to see Bernie Mac's character, the fucking Reverend.
Yeah.
Excuse me, brother.
Around here, they call that a twin. Oh, shit. I won't say the rest of the part because I don't want to get in trouble. But you don't. Right? Don't do it. I
was about to. I was going to do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Twitter guy, X guy will get us. X gonna give it to us. Look out, we'll get in trouble. But no, for real, I know exactly where you were going because I thought about it too. The twin. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, a little sin. What the fuck was that?
Sophie got
Oh, Jesus Christ! That legit scared the fuck out of me.
So I don't like that version
I
of that.
thought I fucking stepped on Sophie.
Sophie. It's okay, Sophie. You're good, buddy.
Sorry, Sophie.
Sophie made an appearance. She can't see her, but she's down there.
Fucking legit. As soon as I put my foot down, she barked, and I swear to God, I thought I stepped on something. Man. I forgot she was in here.
But now, dude, soundtracks. Again, like, you know what song I like, and I'm sure you remember. Remember Fletch?
Yes.
I can't think of the name of the song off the top of my head. It's on my Spotify 80's list. Spotify, whatever. What the fuck? Spotify. There it is. Look. Anyway, but yeah, it's on there. I can't remember the name of it, but like the main theme of Fletch, though.
Yeah.
There's a female singer. I can't think of the name of it right now, but like,
okay.
I love shit like that.
Mannequin.
Fucking. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Yeah. Yep. Mannequin 2, I just want to talk about that for a second because I fucking love that movie. I don't care what everybody says, dude. Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's. Why can I not think of him? What is his real name? Do you remember?
Brother, I have no idea. I just know he's Bernie.
It's up here, and I cannot think of it right now, but he plays the Count in part 2. Count Spretzel. Oh. Did you know that? That's him.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Remember he's got that long fucking hair? And like everybody stares at him. He's like, why would you look at? Like, dude, I love him in that movie. I think he's great. Mannequin 2 gets no love, and I just wanted to say that I love that movie. So, yeah.
Revenge of the Nerds 2. We were talking about that off camera. Fucking Take Me Back to Paradise.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the rap, though, for a second. No on 15.
That's great, too. But you also, the one from the fucking, the first fucking...
Oh, yeah, dude. That's classic.
Yeah.
That is classic.
Yeah.
Man. Come on.
The Police Academy theme.
Man. Okay, let me tell you a story about that. So, again, on my 80's Spotify list, I'm in the shower one night, right? I just get out of the shower, and all of a sudden I hear... I'm doing it, and instantly in my head, as I stand there butt-ass naked, I went, makes me wish I'd have worn my sailor's outfit. My God, I just went along with it. I'm like, fuck it, dude.
I will be at work just fucking going along my day, and just in my head, I'll just go... I'll start moving it. Yeah.
You want to... we just talked about anything you hear relates to a movie. Anytime you hear that, instantly, Police Academy and the Blue Oyster. Because of that.
It's already got a great song part.
Right. Way better. Yeah, they did.
I seen somebody and post the other day, Mauser greater than fucking
Harris. I can't, man. Listen, Mauser was funny. Mauser with the eyebrows was fucking great. I thought that was phenomenal. And Proctor drawing him on and shit. No, it looks great. No, let's look over here. No, it looks great. And when he had his hand stuck in his head and shit too, like that was great. Showered with okay,
right,
good stuff. But Harris was he was the better overall character.
I agree.
Mauser was funny, but Harris was your better overall character.
I agree.
He flew into a horse's ass. I mean, come on, dude. That was one of the best scenes ever. Where he's walking, he's got them all lined up, and then fucking Jones goes, and everybody fucking loses it, dude. Some of the best movies ever. Mission to Moscow, not so good, but the rest of them, like phenomenal fucking movies. And you know what somebody said the other day?
What?
I actually saw this on TikTok. I think it was. They said that George Gaines wasn't the original person that they wanted to be.
Coming out, sorry?
Yeah.
Really?
I can't remember who they said it was. But he knocked that role out, though.
Punky.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen was supposed to be Henry.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think Leslie Nielsen. Now, granted, one of the funniest dudes ever. A Naked Gun, phenomenal. Like the shit he's done has been great, but I don't think he was.
I think he could have done it, but it wouldn't have been as good as George. It's just like, okay, you give someone the Undertaker gimmick. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could have done it, but it would have been nowhere near what Mark Calloway.
I mean, they did because they wrestled each other.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
No, here's what I think though. If Leslie Nielsen would have done Police Academy, I think he would have done the first one. Mm-hmm. And I feel like he'd have fell out after that. And then George Gaines would have just took over anyway. Yeah. So I think it's better that it stayed with George Gaines. He was more, I don't want to say a lesser than actor than a Leslie Nielsen, but he was someone that you didn't have to worry about saying, oh shit, we can't get Gaines because he's filming 500 other movies. No, he's good to go through the whole series, you know?
Hey, when we were talking earlier about, who's that old boy? Kenny Loggins. Did we mention the fucking Caddyshack theme?
Yes.
We did?
Yeah,
okay, I just wanted to
make sure. Know if it was I'm All Right was the right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's okay. All right. You see, fucking old.
All you think is the little gopher.
Fucking dancing at the end.
Yeah. We're going to get, what is it, a strike for using the song because, we sang it,
Yeah. Whatever. Apparently no one watches us anyway, so who cares?
That's okay. Just the guy on Twitter that hates us, but that's or X.
Sorry. Gonna fucking bring it to you.
He's gonna give it to you.
He is. He's gonna give you something.
So tell us.
Okay. Fucking Eddie Murphy, Party All the Time. Did they use that for fucking a movie or anything, or is that just
they had to have? I'm trying to. Man, you popped it in my head. Now I'm thinking, yeah, that's been in something. Yeah, I can't think of what. The wheels are turning, and I feel like I know, but yeah, that's definitely been used in something. Had to have.
Had to
have been used for something in the 80s. Okay, we're talking 80s movies. It doesn't get enough love. And I love the soundtrack. I love the movie. The Last Dragon.
Like, that's your soul globe.
I love it. Like, I love The Last Dragon. That is like the greatest movie of all time. 80s ghetto kung fu movie, The Last Dragon.
Can't beat it.
Because who's the master?
Show enough.
Exactly. Who's the meanest?
Show enough.
Who's the prettiest?
Show enough.
Who's the baddest mofo low down this town?
Show enough.
Yeah.
And who had a fucking lyric in West Side Connection, Bow Down, mentioned about him? Show enough did. Kisses Converse.
That's right.
That's right.
I love that though. I love the soundtrack. I love the movie. When you got the glow, that's my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. There's so many, man. We talked 80s movies. We went down a huge rabbit hole. We went down a huge rabbit hole of 80s movies. But it's
again coming to America. Fucking Sexual Chocolate. You got it. Fucking
yes. That came on the radio one morning randomly. Whitney Houston's version.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden at the end of the song, I was like, "That boy good." Because you think instantly, again, you're drawn to that movie.
You do.
You're drawn to that scene from the movie. That you think about that.
You were talking about movie scores earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Bloodsport. Jean-Claude Van Damme has a lot of good music, good scores.
Okay, we're talking Jean-Claude Van Damme. We got to talk about Feeling So Good Today from Kickboxer. Because that's it. Listen, that came on the one that I was in the shower too, and I was jamming.
Did you split?
I didn't do the split, or I'd have split my balls. But I did jam in the shower a little bit to Feeling So Good because you have to. It makes you want to just, And then you got to, and then all of a sudden you say, "Why are they so pissed at me?" Because exactly.
I told your mother that you had a relation with goat.
But that's a great fucking song too, man. Great fucking song.
Oh man, that is good shit.
It's just crazy, man. We've seen so much shit over the years that
it's hard to keep track of.
Yeah.
I mean,
and when we're done with this, we will think about 75 other songs that we know.
Okay.
Related to, you got one.
Well, fucking Purple Rain.
Oh yeah.
For Purple Rain. Yeah. Fucking Prince. The Batman song. The fucking.
Oh, dude, yeah. I just put that on my Spotify list.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. That and Party Man from Batman because I love that song too.
I do too.
So, anytime I think of Purple Rain, the movie, more or less, not really the song itself, but I think of Kurt when we were in the costume battle world.
I love the story.
If you guys remember Living Color, do you remember the scene with Jamie Foxx when he played Prince? And I think it was Tommy Davidson and then David Allen Greer, I think. We're having that conversation, and all of a sudden, Prince just standing there, Jamie Foxx, and he just keeps going, he's like, "Hey, man, we're talking," and it was this commercial for Butt Out Jeans. And there was a whole song in there with it. Remember the Butt Out Jeans commercial?
Yes, I do.
So in the commercial, Jamie Foxx was dancing and stuff, and you'd see the back of his ass was cut out, and there was a flesh-looking ass, right? So Kurt decides now he's going to dress like Prince for the costume battle world. I was Haku, if you remember Haku, obviously from WWF, WCW. He was Ming, whatever. So I'm already in the ring. Or no, actually, I think Kurt went out first. And as he walked by, the promoter looked at his ass and was like, "Oh my God, he can't go out there like that." And I was like, "Dude, do you think Kurt has a shiny like just white pale ass?" I'm like, "That's fake. That's put into the pants to make it look like the butt out jeans, right?"
Man.
So I go out into the ring. I'm doing my Haku gimmick. I'm over there doing the Haku selling. If you know Haku, you know the also. You know, I'm doing my shit, right? And I tell you no lie, dude, I'm in one corner and Kurt's in the opposite corner. And as I turned, I feel like time stopped and everybody was just a clear path. And all of a sudden, it happened. Kurt fucking did the shuffle. And he came after me. He was like, and he was shuffling across the ring doing this. And he was, dude, it was like he was floating at me. And I lost it. One of the funniest things ever. So I caught Purple Rain maybe about a year ago, just at the very end. And he was shuffling across the stage like that. I recorded it and sent it to Kurt. And I was like, this is your fault. Because anytime I see that or think about that, it's Kurt. I think about that. You know, get me in that battle world, dude. So fucking funny. So fucking funny.
Oh, man. Any honorable mentions or anything like we can think of? Or?
Yeah, when we're done, I'll think about 50,000 different other fucking songs. You know what, though? And I have to throw it out there just because, and I think this is 90s, but still. Orgasmo.
You know, I've never watched that movie.
You've never seen Orgasmo?
No. I guess it's just, I didn't like basketball. I don't like South Park. I can't get into those guys.
Okay, I get that, but Orgasmo is something else, dude. You gotta watch Orgasmo.
Okay, right.
And then you'll know the song What Is a Man on the soundtrack, which I have the soundtrack in the house. I do have the soundtrack for Orgasmo.
What Is a Man?
Yeah, What Is a Man.
Okay.
What is a man? Man. Okay, I know I'm not gonna.
Do it. Sing it for our 5 viewers.
You look it up on YouTube and you listen to it, damn it. But no, that's a funny one too. But man, yeah, we'll get done with this and anything, man.
He's a man's man.
I mean, William Regal, yeah, that's true. The Indiana Jones theme, obviously you hear it, you think of Indiana Jones. Stuff like that, everything, man. Like I said, the score and the soundtrack itself are just.
All right. I guess maybe one more thing.
Okay.
So, my niece and my wife are just kind of getting into wrestling. They're new to wrestling. So, my wife is graduating from college this past year. Congratulations, honey. So, they're doing the Pomp and Circumstance
yes.
song. I told my niece, I'm like, this is Macho Man Randy Savage's theme. And her first response was, who's Macho Man Randy Savage? Right. Which kind of killed me a little bit, but I get it. I understand. Right. But she couldn't believe that Pomp and Circumstance was someone's fucking wrestling theme.
And it was over. Like,
yeah,
that was
absolutely.
Again, that's something you hear. And again, you do the same thing that I would have done, and I think anybody that's a wrestling fan would have done. You associate that with graduation? I don't know.
No, yeah.
You know it's Macho Man.
That's absolutely
We're thinking we're going to drop an elbow on somebody's ass, like something
bad's
that's going to happen. Right, exactly. Ooh, yeah. Get a little Macho Man in there because that's what we hear, and we think that because that's what we do.
Yeah.
It's how it is, man. It's just how it is. Like, you hear certain shit. Again, we're circling back to it. You hear certain songs, whether it's 80s, 90s, whatever. Like you said, Mr. Sandman, Halloween 2. Yeah. Don't Fear the Reaper, Halloween 78. You know those songs came from that movie because you just know.
Don't Fear the Reaper gets a little bit of a side note, too, though. Did you ever see The Stoned Age?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't Fear the Reaper was...
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. I'm almost positive.
That's been in a lot of shit, though.
That's true. But but for the most part, when I hear that...
I do remember that movie. Holy fuck. I still have the VHS.
I love that movie,
dude.
Yeah,
I still have that. Wow.
Fucking...
Damn,
the Schnapster.
I remember... God, I haven't seen that in so long. Not going to watch it.
I remember watching it on USA Up All Night.
Yeah. Now there's another thing. Oh man, yes. When it was Rhonda Shear, and then who took over after
Gilbert Godfrey.
Yeah, he was terrible. We all love Gilbert, but damn it, man. But no, USA Up All Night was one of my favorite things.
I loved it, dude.
One of the movies that I remember seeing on that I always will remember from being a kid was Reformed Schoolgirls. Remember they used to always show that on there? Mm-hmm. Always. Like, that was like one of the movies, dude. That and then all the horror stuff. Like, they would show like Friday the 13th and all that shit.
You would either get horror stuff or you would get raunchy, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was fun, though.
Yeah,
we don't have the closest thing we have to that right now is Joe Bob still doing
The Last Drive-In
on Shudder. If you don't have Shudder, you don't get to see it.
You should check it out. It's good.
It's good stuff. Some of the movies are hit or miss every now and then, but he sadly I don't think gets to pick his own movies. I think Shudder kind of supplies what they can get. So
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? I mean,
dude, I'm telling you, when we're done with this, we'll have 57 more that. We're like, oh yeah, that one, and oh that one.
And I know we're kind of like you, Kayla. Or you hear a song it's like a song. It's played on the radio. You think of a movie, but there's also so many. I mean, classic themes to TV shows that you just fucking hear it and it just yeah.
So all right, just for fun, we'll end it with this. Okay. Give me your top 3 classic TV show themes.
Okay.
Give me your top. It doesn't have to be 80s. It could be 80s, 90s, whatever.
Okay. For me, my first one is fucking Jefferson's.
Great song.
Yeah. Moving on up.
Yeah. To the east side.
Yeah. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of climbing.
Just to get up that hill.
Now we're up in the... All right, so I'm going to quit.
Get not turn that back.
All right, so then there's that. For me, Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Something Simple.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know why, but like, I catch myself singing the fucking Gilligan's Island theme song.
It's catchy though. I'm not
So,
gonna lie.
I'm
not gonna lie. It's catchy.
see, now I can fucking just go into more and more.
Right.
But we'll stop it there.
So,
what about you?
Dude, 100% number one, Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
That is the theme song of all time. And I'm going to steal from you again, the Jeffersons, because this is a classic fucking song.
Right.
Number three, because it's one of my favorite shows now to watch in like the past year, Mike and Molly, that damn song.
Watch an episode.
Oh, it's actually a funny show.
Yeah.
But that fucking song is so goddamn catchy.
What about fucking All in the Family, though?
I mean, that is too. That is too. You
So to make a hit parade!
I watched an old interview of them from an old random talk show. I think it might have been Donnie and Marie, honestly.
Right.
And they brought her out to surprise him.
Yeah.
And he had no idea she was there.
Yeah.
And it was funny. And they said, well can you do the voice for us, the Edith voice? And she goes, no. And what would make you be able to do that? She goes, well, people have to pay me for that.
Fuck yeah.
I said, hey, look, she don't play. She said, look, I ain't doing that shit for free.
Did you ever see the picture of her floating around all kinky as fuck next to Alice Cooper?
No.
Dude, look, I'm not.
It's real?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She had like fucking just like nipple crossings, and she was a freak. She
Wow.
didn't look that bad either. I'm not gonna lie. Look, man.
Wow.
All right.
Good. Yeah.
So I think that's a good way to end the show.
Oh, wait, real quick. You said Alice Cooper, though. Now you got to be thinking of Friday the 13th, Part 6. Man Behind the Mask.
I love that fucking
Because
song.
that's a great fucking song,
That's
too.
a great song.
See, a soundtrack. This is what we do. We feed off of little
But then
things
again, fucking Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's good, too.
Do you want a party?
I just put that on my Halloween Spotify list.
It's party time.
Yes, sir.
Well, before we fucking just go, oh, and we get another 40 minutes worth of...
Because you would get that. It would happen.
It would, dude.
100%.
All right. Well, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for hating. And I guess we'll see you in the next episode.